Home side also plays in midfield. Granada lineup: Silva, Diaz, Duarte, Neva, Vallejo, Gonalons, Montoro, Puertas, Herrera, Kenedy and Soldado. On the bench, Escandel, Fabrega, Perez, Fulquier, Perez, Eteki, Sanchez, Machis, Soares and Molina. Manchester United make 3 changes from the side that beat Brighton 2-1 at the weekend. David De Gea returns in goal. Dean Henderson is on the bench. Scott McTominay and Daniel James come in for Fred and Edinson Cavani respectively. Marcus Rashford does start, though won't play the 90 minutes. United lineup: De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, McTominay, Pogba, James, Greenwood, Fernandes and Rashford. On the bench: Henderson, Grant, Williams, Twanzebe, Telles, Matic, Van. Well, very good evening and a warm welcome along to Off-Tube studio-based commentary on this Europa League quarter-final first leg in Spain. The Estadio Nuevo Los Cármenes is the venue for this clash between two sides with very contrasting fortunes and histories. Granada, a real surprise package in La Liga last season, and this to a certain regard. They're currently 9th in the table, but they finished so strongly last season to pick up the Europa League place, and their progression has seen them go through the group stages pretty smoothly and knock out Napoli and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's former side Molde in the round of 16. United, well, they progressed in the knockout rounds, beating Real Sociedad comfortably in Spain. They'll be hoping for a repeat of that. They also got a win in Milan last time they were in this competition. 3 changes for Solskjaer's men as United take a knee before kick-off. Referee is Artur Diaz from Portugal, and he gets us underway. It's United in their all black or green, dark green colours, going in the first half from left to right in this entirely empty stadium, but the has been decked out. The Nuevo Los Cármenes has been decked out with some tifo to celebrate this mighty occasion. There's already a chance here, possibly down the left-hand side, for a ball into the penalty area, and it's cut out by Maguire as Granada got on the front foot there early. They still have a chance to cross there from the left. It goes into the penalty area. It's headed away at the near post by Wan-Bissaka, and United complete the clearance now through Luke Shaw. In fact, he goes back goes back to his byline before carrying the ball away from trouble and playing it into midfield. But that was Antonio Puertas who got the first dangerous crossing of the match to the United penalty area, but Maguire saw it to safety. 4 changes for Granada tonight from their weekend defeat to Villarreal, which is actually their 3rd straight defeat in all competitions. And they line up with Rui Silva in goal, Diaz, Vallejo, Duarte and Neva across the back, Yangel Herrera, Maxime Gonalons in midfield as the ball goes out of play for United goal kick. Kenedy, Angel Montoro, Antonio Puertas, and the lone striker is 35-year-old ex-Tottenham flop Roberto Soldado, but he's been in decent form in Spain. United carry the ball out from the back with Lindelof, who's alongside Maguire tonight in the heart of defence. Still no Eric Bailly. He's still believed to be in Africa, actually, after picking up COVID-19 while on international duty with the Ivory Coast. Lindelof plays the ball over the top, looking for Daniel James, who's into the side tonight, but he can't catch up to it. Goes behind for a Granada goal kick. United victorious over Brighton at the weekend, but they had to come from behind and needed a slice of luck when what appeared to be a pretty stonewall penalty was rejected by referee Mike Dean, and VAR didn't get involved with that either. Could so easily have gone a different way. It was 1-1 at the time at Old Trafford when that penalty for Brighton was not awarded. Goal kick taken by Rui Silva, the Portuguese goalkeeper of Granada. It's headed back by Paul Pogba in midfield. He keeps his place, actually. And this will be, I think, his 5th start on the bounce, actually. He did play quite a lot in the international break for France. Ball played towards the United penalty area, headed away by Maguire. Drops in midfield, poor touch by Herrera. Now it comes to Duarte, the curly-haired centre-back. Plays it into Maxime Gonalons. And Granada have possession inside the Manchester United half. Ball forward into the channel, looking for the run here of Gonalons, but covering it well was Maguire. He's got help there from Shaw, who can knock it away. Played into midfield here for Fernandes. Quick flick on towards Rashford, doesn't reach him, but Granada knock it out for a Manchester United throw. Coach of Granada is still a young man, only 40, Martinez. And former Osasuna coach as well, Diego Martinez. as Granada pick it up in midfield. Poor touch by Montoro, but manages to keep it with Granada in possession. Plays it out wide to the left-hand side. It could be an overlap here from Neva, the fullback. High hanging cross to the back post is headed away by Shaw. And out of play for a throw-in on the far side. So that's the first time we've seen an overlap from Neva. He's one of the 4 changes from the weekend defeat to Villarreal. Only recently back from injury, I believe, as well. Throw-in taken down the right-hand side, set up for a cross. It goes in towards the back post and headed back towards the penalty area as well. Might be picked up here by Pogba, who just comes away from one would-be tackler and strides through midfield. Plays a nice ball out to the left-hand side, and Rashford's got space to counter-attack. United have bodies forward in this attack. If Rashford can get his cross in towards the penalty area, he goes. Lots of defenders back now. Rashford has to go himself and gets crowded out. Still has possession down by the corner flag. And knocks it back to the supporting Fernandes. Onto McTominay. Might go for the shot. Tries an effort. It's blocked and nodded away by the Granada defence. But that was a promising counter-attack set up by Pogba's strength and ball out to the left for Rashford. And they have it again now, Manchester United, inside the Granada half. Once more it's Fernandes just dropping out to that left-hand side on his right foot. Tries to cross. It's blocked right at the source and knocked out for a throw-in to United. Bruno Fernandes has been quite vocal this week, saying that one trophy a season isn't enough really for a team like Manchester United. Maybe even not quite at the level to challenge for a trophy this season. But they are in the quarterfinals of this prestigious European competition, one they won in back in 2016, of course, with Jose Mourinho in charge. His current team, Tottenham, falling to Dinamo Zagreb in the previous round. Gonalons knocks it out for another throw into Manchester United, again level with the edge of the Granada box, and it's played into Greenwood, who gets his first touch and turns nicely, plays it square, left to Pogba. Pogba goes for the shot from the edge of the box. It's blocked by Granada again, and they'll try and get out this time with a bit more precision, as Herrera is blocked off as he tries to knock it down the line, but it will be a Granada throw this time. But that's, I think, 3 shots we've seen from Manchester United in the first 5 minutes, all of them blocked, but still there is some real purpose to the visitors' play. Of course, an away goal would be pretty useful to take back to Old Trafford for the return leg in a week's time. As the ball is back in play, Herrera knocks it forward, one for Soldado to chase. And there's a streaker on the pitch, so a man with absolutely no clothes on has just run across the pitch. And that will mean there'll be a break in play as the stewards or the security staff get hold of him. But of course no fans meant to be inside the stadium, so I'm not sure how he's got access, but he's certainly shown himself up on TV if that was his objective, with that streak across the United half. So 6.5 minutes gone. Granada 0, Manchester United 0 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. Some interesting names in the hat for the quarterfinals. Ajax and Roma facing off tonight. Arsenal are up against Slavia Prague, and Villarreal, who beat Granada at the weekend, they take on the conquerors of Spurs, Dinamo Zagreb. Poor throw in from Granada out on the right hand side. It goes out for a throw into Manchester United now. It must be taken by Luke Shaw. He looks like he's going to get quite a bit of football because of an injury to Alex Telles. Telles missing out the weekend and tonight. Now is Wan-Bissaka, who carries it out of defence and then plays it into midfield for Pogba. A bit of a hospital pass. Pogba loses out and then commits a foul as he was trying to recover, but it was a shocking pass to him by Wan-Bissaka, and Pogba couldn't do much with it, but he's got a yellow card, so that's a yellow card inside the first 8 minutes for Paul Pogba. Just stretching to try and win a tackle against Kenedy, who picked his pocket as he lost it inside his own half. But I don't think really can blame Paul Pogba for the fact that he lost the ball. It was a poor pass from Wan-Bissaka, and his attempt to win it back was what produced the yellow card. Pogba's got to be very careful now for the next 80-odd minutes. As still Kenedy is down. The player who was fouled by Pogba is receiving some treatment. Of course, he's on loan from Chelsea. Had a bit of time at Newcastle on loan as well. Impressed actually during that loan stint at St James's Park, as I recall. Never really got much of a look in under a number of different managers during his time at Chelsea, and like I say, he's still one of their loan brigade. There are substitutes warming up now for Granada. I think Machis is the player who the cameras are focusing in on if Kenedy has to go off, but he's trying to soldier on at the moment, back to his feet, and they have a free kick midway inside the Manchester United half. And again, we still haven't seen this free kick taken. The ball has been placed by Angel Montoro, 32-year-old midfielder. It looks like he might even be thinking about a shot here against David De Gea. He's about 40 yards out, so it would be quite a spectacular effort if he was to try and go for goal from here, but you never know. Here comes Montoro then, and indeed he just changes his run-up and chips the ball into the penalty area. United headed away through Bruno Fernandes, and there might have been an offside flag up there anyway. But the referee has given a corner. Well, United felt there was an offside there, and they'd be right to think that, but the flag didn't go up, and the corner has been awarded. So a bit fortunate that. The referee isn't able to change his mind. These things aren't reviewed by VAR, but I think we've seen that's a quite clear incorrect decision. There was an offside there on the free kick. Two players over the ball here for Granada, include Kenedy, and he plays it short to Montoro. Back to the edge of the penalty area, trying to work a short corner. It goes back to Montoro again. Crossing chance, right foot, goes in. It's blocked at the near post and picked up by De Gea, who comes out and gathers. Gets his first significant touch of the night, in his hands anyway. And played almost 10 minutes now. Granada 0, Manchester United 0. Pogba again in midfield. No pressing from Granada. They're not that sort of team, really. Their work ethic is to sit in and hassle and harry and set traps in midfield, but not really press the back four. So United's defenders won't see as much as probably what they do see regularly in the Premier League. Teams pressing them, and United bring it forward again with Pogba back to goal, plays it back to Wan-Bissaka inside the Granada half. Now McTominay finds Pogba, who turns away and then falls over his own feet. I think there was no foul there from a Granada player, and that will be a throw-in to the home side. Pogba looking a bit nonplussed. I think he was grabbed, or certainly a player was trying to grab him, but getting no joy from this Portuguese referee, Diaz so far. He was quick to book him after the first foul. The ball is cleared away by United. Pogba picks it up again, knocks it into the feet of Rashford, who turns, tries to flick it on towards Greenwood, but he's crowded out in Granada. But then the referee spotted a foul on Rashford, and that was a clear foul as well. So now it's a United free kick. Slow start to this game. United have tried one very fast counter-attack which almost caught Granada out, but they have a free kick here which they played back into their own half. And now they lose out. There's a chance for Granada to counter, but Wan-Bissaka steps in, gets a decent touch. Bruno Fernandes roaming the pitch, picks it up short from Wan-Bissaka. Plays it to Pogba in midfield. Now wide it goes to James. Pogba under pressure from Kenedy, knocks it back to Maguire via Lindelof. Maguire goes long, looking for Shaw, who's pushed up left-hand side. He controls it well on his chest and then pulls up and doesn't cross. Instead he plays it back into midfield for McTominay. Had to stretch for it. Now finds Pogba back to goal 30 yards out. Square it goes to Wan-Bissaka. James is pulling wide to the right-hand side. United have gone back left with Pogba, looking to thread one through for the run of Fernandes, but quickly onto it with Duarte to clear into the empty stands for a Manchester United throw. United seem to have settled in to their passing a little bit more than Granada so far. And Wan-Bissaka is going to take this throw in. A lot of talk about Marcus Rashford's fitness after he limped off in the Brighton game, having scored the equaliser in that match. And there's doubts about whether he'd actually travel to Spain for this game, but start the game he has. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's pretty much admitted he won't play the full 90 minutes. Does carry injury problems. He's been carrying a back problem, a foot problem as well that he picked up in the Manchester derby when he was tracking back in that fine 2-0 victory, arguably United's best performance of the season. They'll be looking to emulate that if they can in these closing weeks. Looks like the linesman's flag's gone up there for offside, which was another questionable decision from that linesman on the far side. This time it goes in Manchester United's favour, and so they have possession again from the free kick. Maguire playing left-hand side of the two central defenders, finds Lindelof. And now Wan-Bissaka. Pogba makes a run ahead of him. It goes short to James on the right flank. back into the former Crystal Palace man, and then over to Lindelof again. Luke Shaw is pushed out very wide on the left, and that's where Harry Maguire went with his last forward pass, but then he plays this one square to Lindelof again. United plod through the midfield. It goes in towards Greenwood's feet. Nice turn from the young England striker. Laid off out to the right for James. The Welshman holds it up, waits for Wan-Bissaka's support. He goes square into Pogba. Pogba feels the pressure and goes back towards James. And now it's slid into Wan-Bissaka's path. Crossing chance for him. Slides it back to the near post. Getting there first, though, was the defender Vallejo, and it's out for a United corner. Well, Wan-Bissaka made a good run there and did look to find Bruno Fernandes' feet at the near post, but the defender just got there first. So a United corner. It's going to be taken here by Luke Shaw. Although there is an option to play it short now to awaiting Marcus Rashford, and that's where it goes. Rashford goes back towards the corner of the box. Greenwood's cross towards the far post, and he's looking for Maguire. Headed back towards Pogba, tries to flick it into the penalty spot, but it's knocked away by a wall of red and white shirted players coming out, and they clear the lines out for a throw-in. And throwing on the near side to United, which Wan-Bissaka is still waiting to take. Plays it in towards Pogba. It's a poor throw-in, but Pogba somehow makes something of it. Knocks it back in towards McTominay. He goes wide to Shaw down the left. Rashford's gone infield. Now Greenwood tries to make a run for Shaw to give him some kind of option. It's gone into Rashford's feet and played back now to Maguire. United seem to be getting quite a lot of the ball here. Granada probably expected to not see too much of it tonight. Maguire again out towards Shaw on the left, who plays it square to McTominay. He is pretty fresh, having had the weekend off, if you like. He came on late as a substitute against Brighton. Looks like the move's broken down for Manchester United. McTominay's forward pass went straight out of play. Rashford unable to control it. And the game has slowed down into a bit of a walking pace match now. 15.5 minutes gone. Granada 0, Manchester United 0. And it's going to be a throw-in to Granada when they eventually decide to take it. It goes in. Herrera knocks it forward. United pick it up in midfield. Now Pogba, seeing plenty of the ball early stages. He's got two round him. One of them is Montoro. But he knocks it back to Maguire. Maguire assessing the options. Plays it short to Greenwood and gets it back to feet. The England defender plays it again into the feet of Greenwood. Nice layoff from him. Back to Rashford it goes. Now Shaw can carry it forward. Shaw into a bit of space. Knocks it back to Rashford. United have made some good ground here, and they're getting close to the edge of the penalty area here with Wan-Bissaka. Wide it goes to James. James one-on-one with a full-back. Comes inside, back to Wan-Bissaka. Looking for James once more. Makes a good forward run. It's played back to Pogba. Pogba square to Bruno Fernandes. 25 yards out, going cross-field, but he doesn't reach his intended target. Shaw, who tries to win a header on the edge of the box. It falls to a Granada defender to clear, and it goes down the line. One for Soldado to chase. He's got pace there, actually. Soldado showing more pace than I saw him with Tottenham, but United mop it up and knock it back to De Gea, and he finds Maguire on the edge of the penalty area again. Played wide to Wan-Bissaka. Still goalless in all the Europa League quarter-final first leg ties being played tonight, as United have it in their dark green, black away colours, going in the first half from left to right with McTominay and Pogba in midfield. McTominay took a tumble there and was fouled according to the referee. United take the free kick and find Fernandes in space. Chipped over towards Greenwood. He couldn't take it. James will try and keep the defender honest, and he clears it up the line towards Kenedy. Kenedy trying to get the better of Wan-Bissaka. No foul, says the referee, as Kenedy slipped. So Pogba has it now. Plays it square to McTominay. 30 yards out. Looking to get it onto his right foot again. Looking for Greenwood, edge of the box. Now Wan-Bissaka back to Greenwood again. Nice pretty patterns being weaved by United. Not really going anywhere at the moment. They have it with Bruno Fernandes on his right foot. 25 yards out. Looking to play a 1-2. Goes down. And the referee says free kick. Manchester United. He was blocked off. Trying to make that run in behind the midfielder, Herrera. And the free kick is awarded United's way. 18 minutes gone. It's about 25 yards out, slightly left of centre. A few complaints from the Granada players for that, but I'm not sure they can have too many complaints about the award of the free kick. I think Probably McTominay was fouled by Gonalons a few minutes before anyway, or certainly a few seconds before. So the referee probably had it in his mind that there was a free kick due. Now, what can United conjure up from this situation? It's a bit further than 25 yards out, actually. It's nearer sort of 27, 28. I think Marcus Rashford might be taking charge of the situation. If he's going to hit it from this angle, though, he'll be looking, hopefully, for a goalkeeper error or a lot of swerve on the ball, because it doesn't naturally favour a right footer. But it is Rashford who's going to hit it. And the referee blows the whistle. There's only a two-man wall here for Granada. Rashford comes up, strikes a ball. It goes way up over the bar and doesn't really come down in time and wide of target. So another attempt on goal for Manchester United, but this one sailing well away from Rui Silva's goal. And it remains, after 19 minutes, Granada 0, Manchester United 0. United have options on the bench to liven up their strike force should they need them later on, including Edinson Cavani. And Amad Diallo, of course, who scored that tremendous header in the first leg of the round of 16 tie against AC Milan. In the first leg, like I say, to help United get back into the tie there. Well, actually put them ahead in the tie briefly. United messing about at the back here with Lindelof, who needs to sort it out here and goes to Wan-Bissaka to clear. Ball played out towards the left-hand side. They did well, actually, United. They didn't panic. And there's a chance for Shaw now in space to break. Shaw plays it into Rashford's feet. Rashford comes away from the defender shadowing him and then loses out in midfield. And this could be a chance for Granada to counter on Manchester United now, with Soldado working out to the right-hand side. Puertas. Is he going to cross? Goes low into the near post, knocked away by Lindelof, who anticipated well. And the danger is averted. McTominay knocks it square to Bruno Fernandes. Now Rashford's feet. And then he's fouled as he tries to lay it off to McTominay. And it's a free kick to the visitors. A foul by, I think, Angel Montoro. Didn't really leave on Rashford there, but Rashford went down and shouted for the ref to possibly notice the foul, if not give a yellow card for the situation. I think United is still probably a bit miffed that Pogba got booked so early on in the game. We've reached the 21st minute and it's still goalless in the Nuevo Los Cármenes. Pogba in midfield. He was the player booked. Plays it back to Lindelof. And now Maguire crossing the halfway line. A couple of dangerous crosses from Granada as yet, but no shots at all from them. United have had a few blocked and one from a Rashford free kick that sailed well wide. Maguire again into Rashford's feet, played back to McTominay. Wan-Bissaka makes a run to create some space for Greenwood now out on the right hand side. Greenwood takes on the defender, edge of the penalty area, a little step over, a little lollipop onto his right foot. Now works into the edge of the box for McTominay, uses his strength to hold off the defender. Back to Pogba it goes. United play it back out to the left-hand side now for Maguire. Shaw is very wide. Maguire to the edge of the penalty area, looking to work it to Rashford. Looked for 1-2, didn't come off. United have picked up the loose ball, though, with Fernandes quickly on it. Fernandes square back to Shaw on the left-hand side. Edge of the penalty area, it's crowded, it's very congested there with Granada players. Shaw's ball comes back off a defender, but comes back to him, and he knocks it to Pogba now, who's gone back into his own half. Paul Pogba out to McTominay again inside the centre circle and square to Maguire. United's shape has been pretty good in this opening quarter of the match so far. They haven't looked in too much trouble, but they haven't created much either. I suppose it's a solid opening away from home in a two-legged European tie, which is what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have been probably at the very least hoping for, a solid start. Nothing spectacular yet from the men from Old Trafford. Played in towards Fernandes' feet. He's fouled again on the edge of the box. The referee says play on this time, though. Granada must have got the ball that time, but it's given away just briefly as Maguire made a challenge. It comes back into Granada players' feet, and Diaz, who's one of the three players on a yellow card for Granada tonight and would miss the second leg if booked this evening, knocks it back to another one. I think the goalkeeper, Rui Silva. His clearance is headed away by James, and it goes out for a Granada throw deep in their own half. Like I say, no real goalmouth activity to report as yet. We'll see on that Bruno Fernandes Well, it looked like he was fouled, to be honest, by Gonalons, but the referee didn't give it. As Granada take the throw in. Pogba now goes into a challenge, comes off his foot last, and it's going to be another Granada throw to be taken by the left back Neva. And Neva is looking down the line now. Plays it infield. United pick it up with Wan-Bissaka. McTominay. And then square it goes to Maguire. Maguire drives over the halfway line. Rashford's gone very wide. Also in there is Shaw on that left-hand flank. It's back to Rashford. Seen plenty of it in these early stages, Marcus Rashford. McTominay's ball looking for Bruno Fernandes. It's a nice little give and go there, a little leave alone. He involved Greenwood. Wan-Bissaka does well initially before giving it away inside to Gonalons, who tries to drift the pass out to the right, headed down by Shaw, and then cleared by Maguire. Flicked on, there must be a foul there surely on McTominay, and the referee does spot that and gives United the free kick. It was very, very careless play by Herrera, trying to jump through the back of Scott McTominay. And, not dangerous play, you won't get a yellow card for it, but I'm sure the referee will note that. United take the free kick and play it to the right for Wan-Bissaka. Down the line to James, who's been quiet in the opening stages. Scored a fine goal, didn't he, in that 4-0 rout of Real Sociedad the last time he played in Spanish in the Spanish stadium. Maguire out to Shaw on that left-hand side, just a yard in from the touchline. Moves it back square to McTominay, about 35 yards out. And played to Wan-Bissaka, pushed inside this time. He goes wide to James, whose first touch is a bit loose, but he manages to catch up to it and knock it back to the fullback. United just push back a little bit now by some not quite pressing from Granada. Well won back by Bruno Fernandes, who uses his body and holds it up and then turns inside. There's a player down for Granada, and I think because of that United have put the ball out so he can receive some treatment. It might be Kenedy, who we saw down early in the piece after Pogba's challenge. Or is it Herrera who's turned an ankle or something here? Herrera, in trying to make a challenge, has maybe stretched the knee and he's gone down awkwardly in the centre circle, and he's just getting back to his feet now. Obviously felt a bit of pain there, but doesn't need treatment on the pitch, so not sure what will happen here. Obviously not needing treatment means that he doesn't have to go off, but United did put the ball out. And Granada presumably will just give it them back now and we'll just restart. But they'll play it all the way back to Lindelof inside the United half, and play does continue with 26 minutes gone at the Nuevo Los Cármenes, the home of Granada. And United knocking it back now to Wan-Bissaka and then Lindelof, the Swede, who's been carrying a few injury problems himself this season. Plays it to Maguire. Have to play a lot now, Lindelof, won't he, with Bailey out. Ball forward from McTominay. Finds Rashford, who controls it well down the left-hand channel. Plays it inside towards Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes looks for the cross, comes back to Rashford off a block. Rashford goes for the far post, and he just fails to find the corner of the net with the goalkeeper backpedaling. It just went wide. Manchester United's first serious opportunity there, created by Marcus Rashford himself. That great bit of control and link up with Bruno Fernandes. And you see it from a reverse angle. And it wasn't far away. It was a dipping cross-come shot to the far post that went behind. Midway through the first half at the Nuevo Los Cármenes in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. It's still Granada 0, Manchester United 0. United have had the majority of the possession so far. They've also seen midfielder Paul Pogba booked. It came inside the first 10 minutes as he stretched to try to make a tackle after miscontrolling the ball. He brought down Kenedy. Nothing came from the Granada free kick. They haven't created much, in truth, the home side. United just had one serious moment, a shot in anger by Marcus Rashford that went over the crossbar and wide, trying to dip one in at the far post. But it remains Granada 0, Manchester United 0. And Kenedy has just had a lash at one from a very acute angle that's sailed high over the crossbar as well. For Granada, just gave it a big lash with his left boot, and never really a threat at all to David De Gea's goal. So Granada 0, Manchester United 0 in this Europa League tie. United going forward again now, looking for Rashford in the penalty area. He's onside, holds it up, and then tries a bit of a trick inside the penalty. It doesn't quite come off. The defender Herrera got there first, and now they'll try and break here. Granada played up towards Soldado. Maguire's in there first. Now Pogba lays it off to James, who's very narrow. James looks for a shot on target here. He gets it blocked on the edge of the box. And now Granada come away with the ball. Pogba is hassling the defender. And there's another player down in the home colours, and they put it out. Player went down there. Might have been Duarte, and he's holding his foot now. I think it might have been when he blocked the shot, actually, or no, it was Neva. So as James was taking the shot that got blocked, he actually caught Neva's foot in doing so, completely accidentally. But United have got a throw in, which they've taken and played back to Pogba. Granada aren't happy, thinking that they should have been returned the ball. United have it again here with McTominay. Wide it goes to the left-hand side for Shaw. Still Granada complain. Shaw looks to eventually play it back to the goalkeeper, and Granada, well, I think their complaints eventually were heard by Manchester United, and United decided just to play it back to the goalkeeper, so Granada got their way. United probably felt it was debatable whether the defender there actually put the ball out on purpose. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think, had called it from the sideline there for United to give it back. Here come Granada again down the right-hand side. Ball cut back to the edge of the box, and it's shot into the side netting from a very acute angle by Soldado. Soldado nipping in there in front of Lindelof, but very tight angle, never really had much on there. As good play by Puertas on the right. Cut the ball back in. Soldado attacked the near post. I wouldn't say Lindelof was sleeping there, but he did allow the shot to come in. Could be a chance at the other end, and it's been put in. As we were watching a replay, Marcus Rashford has cut Granada open and scored at the other end with a simple tap-in. United lead 1-0. Didn't see how the goal occurred at all, because we were still watching a replay of the Soldado miss as he put it into the side netting. When next thing you know, the pictures come back and Rashford has popped it in the back of the net. The goalkeeper looked to be a little bit questionable. The back four were completely caught out by Rashford's pace. But I can't tell you much else about who created the goal, because all I saw was Rashford putting it in. Here's a replay now. It's come from a goal kick by David De Gea. He plays it out short to Lindelof. Lindelof then takes a couple of touches before hitting one down the middle. Rashford makes a well-timed run between the centre-back and full-back. He gets in behind the defender. Great first touch from him on his right foot, and he just pokes it in at the corner. Fantastic goal for Marcus Rashford. And United are indeed ahead in this tie. Just over half an hour gone at the Nuevo Los Cármenes in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. It's now Granada 0, Manchester United 1. It's Marcus Rashford's second Europa League goal in 5 knockout matches now. This one was pretty much Route 1 stuff. Victor Lindelof played a long ball towards the left-hand side. He made a brilliantly timed run, the England striker, between full-back and centre-back, and his pace got him in behind. A great first touch to control the Lindelof pass, and then he slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva to make it Granada 0, Manchester United 1. Almost a chance at the other end, but it didn't quite fall to Roberto Soldado. And the referees penalised Gonalons for a foul on Bruno Fernandes, so United have a free kick. So that will really settle Manchester United down. An away goal scored by their main striker, Marcus Rashford. Of course, he's not playing as an out-and-out number 9 tonight. Mason Greenwood is essentially playing that role, although not at the moment. He's out on the right, and Daniel James is through the middle. United have it with Rashford on the half-turn, trying to trick his way past Gonalons, but it breaks the defender, and Diaz clears. Over the top for Soldado to chase. It should be Lindelof's ball here, and he turns away nicely from the striker and finds Harry Maguire. Played back to Wan-Bissaka. There's more of a press about the Granada players now. But United have got more space to play in themselves, and they play it out wide to the right, looking for Daniel James, who's hugging the touchline and keeps it in. Cross is delivered towards the back post. Rashford was there, so was the defender who headed it away for a throw-in. But a lovely, swift counter-attack again from Manchester United, exploiting the space that's now there as Granada go hunting the ball. It was Daniel James who put a lovely flighted cross into the back post, looking for Rashford. Wasn't far away. United lose out on the edge of the box now, and it's played away to Kenedy, whose pass inside sees McTominay make a foul. The referee gives the free kick Granada's way. And Montoro's going to take it. Granada coach Diego Martinez is very tactically flexible, and wouldn't surprise you if they did change things, having gone behind and went into a slightly different system. Sometimes he's gone 3 at the back this season, sometimes 4 at the back with the 2 holders, and obviously they can play with 2 up front. At the moment there is just Roberto Soldado up there. United have it again on the left, and they lead 1-0 through that Marcus Rashford goal. No other goals in the Europa League tonight, quarter-finals. Still Ajax 0, Roma 0. Arsenal and Slavia Prague goalless, Dinamo Zagreb and Villarreal goalless. So Manchester United's goal is the only one at the moment. And United at the moment doing a bit of defending with McTominay. And now Gonalons, the 32-year-old Frenchman, carries it forward, plays it wide, but it's intercepted by Shaw. And now Rashford deep, looking for the quick ball over the top from Greenwood. And he's found Greenwood as well, who sends it back into midfield and keeps United in possession, works it back to the right for Bruno Fernandes. It all happens off for the Portuguese, and United have it again with Pogba and Fernandes controlling the midfield. Fernandes points where he wants Rashford to move. It goes back to Pogba instead, though. Holds it up and swivels away from Kenedy. Then it's again United in full control here with Fernandes and McTominay. And now Rashford pops up in the hole. Rashford to Greenwood. Greenwood onto his right foot, back onto the left. Never got the shot away though, as the defender never cleared. And now Rashford is down in midfield as United come forward again with Bruno Fernandes. He tries a shot, takes a deflection and goes wide. It's going to be a Manchester United corner, but the visitors are really rampant at the moment. Rashford again trying to attract the referee's attention for what he felt was a foul earlier in that move, but United played on, and I don't think the shot from Bruno Fernandes was going to trouble the goalkeeper. It was deflected behind for a corner. Yeah, it was Kenedy's sort of very clumsy challenge on Rashford, which sent him crashing to the ground. It was a foul, it wasn't given. Not sure if the referee was quite right not to give it. Not sure it was much of an advantage for Manchester United. They've taken the corner, it's been cleared. Comes back to James, low ball into the near post, is too close to the keeper, and he can scoop it up there, Rui Silva. Well, Manchester United have made a bit of a habit this season of conceding the first goal, but they've been given the lead tonight. They've earned the lead really by some good play and a very good run from Marcus Rashford. The pace that caught out the Granada back line maybe a little bit too high. Ball flicked on by Kenedy. He gets another chance here to turn on the ball. Brazilian tries to play it behind Wan-Bissaka, who stretches to clear, and then like James was fouled there, and the referee has spotted this, and it's a Manchester United throw-in. There's Pogba with the ball. Out to the left for Shaw. Shaw knocks it into Rashford's feet. Rashford again looking for the free kick. Forced to the ground. The referee not having it. And it's cleared by Granada. Only as far as Maguire. Back to Pogba in midfield. And short play by Luke Shaw. And now there's a foul by a United player. It might have been Bruno Fernandes, might have been short. Either way, it's a free kick to Granada. Foul on Gonalons. Yeah, it was Luke Shaw on Diaz, actually. So, still Granada 0, Manchester United 1, as McTominay collects in midfield. Finds Shaw on the left. looking for the quick ball up towards Greenwood's feet. He comes back into his own half and lays it off to Rashford. Well, I thought he was going to lay off. He actually kept it and did even better. But his pass to McTominay wasn't controlled. And now Granada have it. Ball forward towards Kenedy. Quick layoff there. Pinched back by McTominay. Ball bounces in the air and it's headed forward again. It should be dealt with by Lindelof. Knocks it away. Gonalons collects. Squares it to Montoro. Montoro now 30 yards out, goes wide to the right for Diaz. His cross aimed in towards the near post is sent back to the edge of the box. Cleared away by Maguire. Doesn't reach Greenwood though. And again, Vallejo and Duarte get there first. Now Puertas. Good play here by Granada. Chance to cross here for Diaz. Hits it in too high though for any of the three red-shirted players in there, and it goes all the way out the other side for a throw into Manchester United. Granada 0, Manchester United 1. As we reach the 39-minute mark. Herrera is complaining to the referee that it should be a free kick, but not given. And United have the ball on the far side. Just a few minutes to half-time then. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be pretty happy with a 1-0 lead if United can preserve that to the interval. No goals, like I say, elsewhere in any of the other three Europa League ties tonight. As goalkeeper Rui Silva is going to kick this one out of the Granada half. And it is a throw-in. Scott McTominay's picked up a yellow card and he'll miss the next match. It was for a foul, a late challenge on Puertas on the halfway line. Went in and caught the Granada man, so that's McTominay out of the second leg. First player of the two teams to pick up that sanction. Ajax have just taken the lead through Davy Klaassen against Roma in the first leg of their tie. It's a free kick to Granada, midway inside the United half. Chipped in towards the far post, volleyed towards the near post, and it's pushed away by De Gea. I think that was on target. De Gea had to react to it and pushed it into the post, and then behind it goes for a corner. Yangel Herrera made a great storming run up the far side there. United didn't pick it up, and he got the volley in. I think he was looking to cross it from such an acute angle, but it did trouble De Gea, and he knocked it behind for a corner. So, Granada corner. They have warmed to their task since going behind. Picked up a bit of momentum now. What can they do from this corner? It's going to be a right-footed delivery from, I presume, Puertas, who goes over there. Crosses it in towards the near post. Flicked on. Might come all the way through to the far post, and he's volleyed wide at the back post there by Soldado. But he got it under. He hit it along the ground, and it never really troubled David De Gea's goal. Just looking at that Herrera chance again, it's actually hit the post. It had De Gea beaten at his near post. I suppose you say that the post was part of his calculations there, but United had to quickly scramble it behind, actually, so it wasn't De Gea who pushed it behind, it was a defender. That's Granada's best moment so far. It came prior to that corner that was eventually wasted by Soldado. Poor play by Greenwood, whose loose touch gives it back to Granada, and they try and play it out to the right. As Puertas goes down, he wins a free kick from Luke Shaw, and now the referee is booking Luke Shaw, which sees him out of the second leg as well, I think, if I'm not much mistaken. Let's see if that comes up on the screen. It is. Luke Shaw is now out of the second leg as well. For that, well, he made it look like an accident, but I think he knew what he was doing there, Luke Shaw. Ran across the back of the winger, Puertas. So that's 3 yellow cards for United players in the first half, and 2 of them are out of the second leg. So even though it's a 1-0 lead for Manchester United, it's not exactly been all coming up roses for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's men, and they face a dangerous free kick here for Granada just prior to half-time. It's going to be taken by Puertas, or maybe Kenedy, actually, who's over there as well. Kenedy leaves it for Puertas. The right-footed ball is chipped in towards the centre of goal and knocked behind for a corner, I think. Yep, the linesman's given the corner, so United defender got there first. Some pressure coming here. It was Montoro's drifted chip ball in towards Soldado, but well defended by United in the end. Another corner to Granada. Plenty of red shirts in the box now, as this one is sent in by Montoro again to the corner of the penalty area. Hits in on the volley, straight at De Gea, and he gobbles it up neat and tidy at the so on the first bounce. And then tries to roll it out to Wan-Bissaka. Pogba now plays it forward, looking for Rashford now on the right. Rashford miscontrols it. Never got a foot in there. And now Gonalons can clear. Plays it back into midfield. This is a very good spell for Granada. Montoro, who's playing a little bit deeper than advertised, finds Neva again on the left-hand side, given away by the fullback. And now Greenwood takes over and runs at Duarte. Greenwood to the edge of the penalty area, tries to trick his way past Duarte, who stood up well. And Greenwood couldn't get past him. It's cleared by Granada up to Kenedy, fighting but trying to hold off Wan-Bissaka. Pogba wins a challenge. It breaks the way of the Frenchman now. Slides in there as Vallejo to clear, and it goes out for a United throw. Well, it's competitive, all right. And competitive so much so that United have seen 3 players booked in the first half. None so far for Granada, although they've not been shy in making the challenges themselves. Wan-Bissaka takes the throw in. McTominay can't win that ball. It's played back into midfield. And now up towards Kenedy. Trying to stretch the United defence. Foot in from Maguire, knocks it behind for a corner. So a late corner in the first half then to Granada. The last one was an enterprising one. The long ball back to the edge of the box for Kenedy to volley. De Gea was always behind it. Herrera is putting a big shift in for Granada in this match, really stretching United's midfield, and it was he who won that corner actually, which hasn't yet been taken. We're into the final minute of the first half. It's going to be Montoro to take it. Montoro crossed in towards the far post, not entirely headed away by Greenwood. It comes off a Granada boot and goes behind for a United goal kick. 2 minutes of stoppage time to play then. Diego Martinez onto his feet to try and encourage his team. But they did fall behind to the long ball routine and the pace of Rashford in behind Vallejo, who couldn't catch up to him. Great first touch from Rashford. Second touch as well to set him up for a shot beyond Silva. And that was the key moment of the first half on 31 minutes. So we're into stoppage time at the end of the first half. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1. Another replay of that goal. But back live now, I can tell you that United have the ball in their own half. With Lindelof and now Wan-Bissaka. Back to Victor Lindelof. Now McTominay looks to play it into Greenwood's feet. Greenwood trying to trick his way past defenders. It's cleared by Granada. And now they're trying... Oh, well done by McTominay, wins it back again. And the ball bounces the way of Pogba on the right. Out towards James. Couldn't lay it off first time back to Pogba. James tries to make up for his own error with a harrying of Kenedy. Never plays it forward. Is he onside here? Soldado. The flag stayed down. There's a chance here for Granada just before half-time. Wan-Bissaka did well. Made a good challenge on the overlapping Neva and knocks it out for a throw-in. Carlos Neva was never going to get that one from Wan-Bissaka. We always know he makes those kind of tackles 100% of the time almost. But it's going to be a throw-in just before half-time, level with the edge of the United box to be taken by Neva. Plays it to Kenedy, tries to hold it up and get a crossing. He can't get past Wan-Bissaka again. United can clear now through Pogba. Pogba's pass out towards Rashford on the left, goes back to Shaw. 2 minutes of stoppage time are up. United breaking through the middle with Bruno Fernandes. Got the body forward here if they can get it towards Greenwood. Greenwood edge of the box. Can he get his shot away? Still trying to trick his way past defenders. Can't beat that last man. And the half-time whistle goes. Should United have got the shot away, they had a 3-on-2 in the last seconds of the half. But Greenwood never really tricked his way past Duarte. So that is half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford in 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford in 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford in 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford in 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford in 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford in 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford in 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford in 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford in 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford in 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1. They conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch, and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch, and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch, and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch, and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch, and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch, and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch, and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch, and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch, and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy from a corner was the one that De Gea had to save, and Herrera volleyed against the post with De Gea seemingly beaten as well. It's half-time, Granada 0, United 1. Half-time at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. It is Granada 0, Manchester United 1 in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. The goal from Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes. Long ball from Lindelof cut open the Granada defence. Rashford made a terrific run, great first touch, and slotted it beyond the advancing Rui Silva. United have dominated the game up to that point, but Granada have come back into it since they conceded. A volley from Kenedy. Well, welcome back for the start of the second half at the Nuevo Las Cármenes. Granada 0, Manchester United 1. News of a substitution for United as well. I'm not sure who is the player going off, but I can tell you that Alex Telles is coming on. It would make sense for it to be Luke Shaw, though I didn't see Shaw pick up any injury in the first half. It is going to be Alex Telles on. And it is indeed Luke Shaw who's gone off. So Shaw got a yellow card, didn't he, in the first half. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't look very happy about things, but Telles is on for the second half. So no changes for Granada, who finished the first half pretty well actually, forced United back, couldn't get the equalising goal. They try and push on the centre here, down the right. And a chance for Yangel Herrera to cross. It comes back off the body of Telles, who's into the action straight away. And it goes behind for a corner. Yangel Herrera again stretching United with that run down the right. So the second half starts rather like the first one did, really, with the first one finished with a Granada corner. Be taken by Montoro. He's got a player there short if he wants it, and he's gone back to Kenedy. Kenedy works it to the edge of the box, and the cross goes in from a different angle, nowhere near any of the Granada players flocking at the far post, and it goes behind for a goal kick. It was Victor Diaz who put the ball in, the captain. And Granada right back. So United come away with the ball now, with Maguire and Lindelof just jogging to the halfway line uncontested. Rashford makes a run in behind, but he's way offside, so they go back into midfield for McTominay. And now Maguire. Maguire overstretching there, but manages to keep it in United's possession down the line towards James. Maguire was caught there as he passed it off to Alex Telles, and he's down holding his knee. He's down in some pain actually. Impact injury with Yangel Herrera. Just seen the replay of it. Didn't seem to be too much in it. Maybe winded. Yangel Herrera's just got into his ribs there a little bit. It's not his knee, it's his ribs he's holding. So he should be all right here, Harry Maguire. Although he's still down. He gets up quite gingerly. A couple of minutes gone in the second half. United with that one-goal lead, thanks to Marcus Rashford's pace and finish. Pogba takes the free kick, plays it out towards Wan-Bissaka, the open man on the right. Now McTominay gets it, plays it back to the Englishman. Square to Lindelof. Press on. There's a press on here for Granada. They go back to De Gea, who boots it long. Headed away by the Granada back four. Pogba too strong in midfield, finds James. First time ball to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes goes back into trouble and loses out as Granada win it back. Then James and Bruno Fernandes trying to put pressure on the Granada defence. It's cleared over the top. Doesn't quite go over the top as United bring it down with Lindelof and Maguire. Back to the goalkeeper De Gea. Again, there's more of a press about Granada. De Gea clears up into midfield. Rashford challenges, doesn't win the ball. It flicks up in the air. Untidy this is. Eventually Diaz is pressurised by Rashford, and it goes out off the Englishman for a Granada throw. Good energy from Marcus Rashford getting about the park to close players down. Ball booted forward by Granada into the channel, headed away by Maguire. Bit of head tennis on the edge of the box, comes back to Herrera. And now Duarte trying to play the ball out to the right-hand side for Puertas. Good first touch from him. Trying to skin Telles. Gets a high ball into the near post. It's come off a Granada player and gone behind. And maybe Soldado flicked it onto a United player. It's going to be a Granada corner, actually. And he was onside at Puertas when he received that. And he did get the better of Telles with a nice bit of skill. His cross was headed away by Maguire for a corner, actually. So Montoro's going to take it. He's taken all the set pieces by and large today for Granada. 32-year-old midfielder. 1 goal in the Europa League so far this season. This one is crossed into the near post and headed away by Pogba up in the air and behind for another Granada corner. So the corner count is rising. Granada coach Diego Martinez still sat on the bench trying to get some instructions out to his team. Montoro to take the next one. Sends this one in high towards the back post, headed away by United again. Drops there for a volley from Kenedy, which again is well struck but straight at David De Gea. David De Gea has been pretty solid behind everything tonight, particularly the ones hit by Kenedy. And this one was very firmly met by the Brazilian. Dipping volley that swerved as well, but De Gea wasn't to be beaten there. That's that's Granada's 5th attempt for the match. United try and bring it forward. That's a good skill from James, and he's beaten his man. He's got a yellow card coming here as well, the defender, who's hobbling off, and I think he's done. He's injured himself in making the challenge, Domingos Duarte. He'll miss the next match as well, but he might even be injured for the next match, as in trying to foul, or trying to tackle Daniel James, he's cut him down and actually hurt his own knee. Ooh. Painful one for James as well. The yellow card for Duarte, but the rubbing salt in the wound was the injury as well, and he might have to go off here. He's already made the signal that he's finished. So there's going to be a change to the Granada back line here, you would imagine. Daniel James is going to try and soldier on, I think. Great skill from him to beat Duarte in that wide area, and if he'd skipped clear, he might have been able to produce something. Duarte looks to be in some serious pain. There's already, I think, some bruising appearing on his knee, if I'm not much mistaken. So he surely will have to go off. And yeah, it's for a foul on Daniel James. The free kick in a wide area for Manchester United hasn't yet been taken. So Duarte looks like he's going to try and carry on. Daniel James is now still sat on the pitch, not looking too happy about things after that challenge, rattled into his shins. He gets back up, puffs out his cheeks, and I think he's going to be all right to carry on as well. So 2 players off for this free kick, just receiving treatment, so they can't take part in the play as United stand over the free kick now with Tellez and Fernandes, the 2 options. 2-man wall for Granada. Tellez takes it, bends it in towards the centre of goal, and it's put behind for a corner by a sliding Vallejo. The referee's surely now going to allow these players to come back on, I think, so we go back to 11v11. Daniel James is on. Duarte now trots back into the penalty area to defend. And Alex Tellez is going to take the next corner, replacing Luke Shaw, of course, so he's on set-piece duties with his left foot as well. Tellez to take the corner, plays it into the near post, headed away by Granada, comes back towards Tellez, who heads it down towards Rashford, corner of the box. Rashford plays it back towards Greenwood, about 25 yards out. Greenwood's cross is a good one to the far post. Maguire stayed up there. He couldn't get it in stride, but knocks it back to the edge of the box now for McTominay. United still with bodies in the box here if they get a cross in. Maguire goes down under a challenge and wins another free kick. So he didn't put the cross in, but he won a good situation to cross from Harry Maguire. And Duarte, although he's been trying to carry on for the last minute or so, knows he's done here and has to go off. And that is Granada's first substitution about to be made. Maguire tricked his way past Gonalons there to win that free kick. Granada 0, Manchester United 1. Duarte's gone off. I'm not sure who's coming on for him yet. Free kick's about to be taken for Manchester United by Bruno Fernandes. Right-footed ball in towards the far post. Heads go up. They don't deal with it, Granada, but they get lucky and the ball breaks the way and they clear their lines. Back into the United half. Last man back is Wan-Bissaka, and he just tidies up with a return pass to David De Gea, who can take a couple of touches here and wait for everybody to regain their positions. Lindelof's back there now with him. Maguire's finally trotted back as well. Lindelof looks for that raking ball forward towards Rashford again, but he stopped his run this time knowing he would be offside, and it runs all the way through to Rui Silva. So Granada have made their change, and I think it looks like it might be Sanchez who's come on, number 6, as United work themselves out of a tight area at the back through McTominay. Now Maguire. About 10 minutes gone in the second half, still 1-0 to the visitors. Lindelof. Short to Harry Maguire. Tellez jogs down the left, and that's where it goes. Now Fernandes makes a run. Couldn't quite control it. It wasn't a great ball from Alex Tellez, to be honest, and it goes all the way through to Rui Silva again. Yep, Hernan Sanchez is the replacement for Domingos Duarte. He's going to slot into the exact same position, right side of the back four. As Hernan knocks the ball clear up towards Soldado. Well defended by Wan-Bissaka. Now Mason Greenwood, who's moving onto the right-hand side, lays it back. Plays a little 1-2 with Wan-Bissaka and carries it forward. Still going Greenwood, and he's won a throw in. That's great play from the teenager down the right-hand side. Great control and the nous to know where to go to relieve the pressure on his defence. So throwing right on the halfway line. Pogba comes to receive it as it goes in from Wan-Bissaka. Now lost by Bruno Fernandes. Montoro turns back into his own half and has a look forward and tries to send one out towards the left for Kenedy. It plops over the head of Wan-Bissaka, but he was offside, Kenedy, and so free kick goes Manchester United's way. Offside by about 3 or 4 yards, actually. So United haven't yet taken the free kick. It's Lindelof who surely is going to leave it for De Gea, actually. Sent into the Granada half, looking for Rashford, who's backing in with Hernan, headed away by the substitute defender and cleared into the United half. One for Maguire to tidy up now. Goes all the way back, but it's going to go over the line anyway for a goal kick to Manchester United. So it's now 1-1 between Ajax and Roma in the first leg of that tie, and Villarreal lead 1-0 in Zagreb against Dinamo. Still goals between Arsenal and Slavia Prague. United have it with Greenwood up towards Fernandes, laid off straight away to the right for Wan-Bissaka, who's pushed up edge of the box. Now with McTominay 35 yards out, back to Pogba, who finds Maguire coming through the centre circle. Bit of space for Maguire to carry it forward. Nice little shimmy from him. Maguire goes for goal and strikes a shot wide of target. It opened up for him 20 yards out, and he's within his right to have a crack from there, but it was just 3 or 4 yards wide of the keeper's right-hand post from Harry Maguire. Great creation of space there by United, actually, with the way that they opened up that gap for Maguire to storm through. With McTominay and Fernandes particularly cute about their movement there. So throw into United from the left-back position now, as again Granada waste possession. Goes in towards Rashford, who controls brilliantly and comes away from the defender. Plays a tricky ball towards Fernandes, which he couldn't control. It comes out to Kenedy. Kenedy now looking to play it towards Soldado, but quickly onto it was Lindelof, and he knocks it wide to Fernandes. Once more, so Greenwood once more. Now Wan-Bissaka. Square to McTominay. United have got good shape about them at the moment, and they bring it forward with Tellez now offering on the left. James has gone inside, trying to make some room for somebody to move outside. Pogba didn't make that run, but gets it now back to goal from McTominay. Lays it back to Maguire. McTominay again, down the left to Alex Tellez. Rashford's got it into his feet. Rashford turns away from one defender, comes away from another. Couldn't get past the third. As Granada closed their ranks on the edge of the box, it's flicked on towards Herrera. That's a great touch from him. Take it past Maguire. Herrera bearing down on the United penalty area now. He's got one to aim for. Couldn't get it past Lindelof, who knocks it behind for a corner. But just for a moment, United were exposed there when Maguire didn't win that challenge with Herrera. but he couldn't deliver the killer ball, the Venezuelan. Like I say, he's on loan from not Manchester City, but the City Football Group, the parent company that owns Manchester City and also one or two other clubs as well. Yangel Herrera. He's a big star of the South American Under-20 tournament a couple of years ago, and he's done really well in Spain actually. And obviously last season helped Granada get up into the Europa League positions. This season has been a big part of their European campaign. And he's been a thorn in United side tonight. It's a corner to be taken by Kenedy, left-footed, swept in towards the far post, high and hanging, and over everybody and behind for a goal kick. What a waste from Kenedy. I think one or two Newcastle fans will remember that those touches were also part of his game. He's a bag of tricks. He does the unexpected. The Newcastle fans loved it, but on occasion he did waste some situations with heavy touches like that. Ball into Fernandes, who turns away from defenders and goes back into midfield. Looks to find Greenwood on the half turn. Again, he comes into traffic, but does really well in close control and knocks it out wide to Tellez. Takes a good first touch and has James making a run ahead of him. James stays onside, holds it up now for Tellez, who goes beyond him. Instead, he finds Pogba 35 yards out. Square ball across midfield to Bruno Fernandes again. Closed down by Kenedy, so he goes back into his own half for Lindelof and gets it back again, Bruno Fernandes. Now right-footed, plays it out towards Wan-Bissaka, who can creep up on that side. 10 yards of space, 15 yards of space, still going towards the penalty area. Wan-Bissaka tries to trick his way into the box. Defender does well, one-on-one, knocks it behind for a corner. That was Carlos Neva who was up against Wan-Bissaka there, and Wan-Bissaka's attacking instincts are good, but sometimes the final delivery is not there, and wouldn't have actually trusted him probably to get a decent cross in there anyway, but he's got a corner. Into the final half an hour of this first leg. United corner, sent in by Bruno Fernandes. Headed towards goal and over by Paul Pogba. He was in a bit of a sandwich there with two defenders and did his best to try and keep it down, but he couldn't. So do a goal kick to Granada now. This could be Granada's fourth defeat on the trot in all competitions. A couple in La Liga and a couple in the Europa League. They beat Molde in the previous round, but did lose the second leg to the Norwegian side, of course, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's former club. As I'm sure he's had a bit of input from Molde as well on how those two legs went. McTominay, ball towards Greenwood. Greenwood trying to take on the defender, never got a foot in and put it out for a throw-in. Mason Greenwood scored the winner at the weekend in that victory over Brighton. He's not really had much of a look in tonight, although one or two runs on the edge of the box. He perhaps overplayed it when he might have tried to shoot earlier. United dominating possession in the game, 66% so far. Have it again with McTominay, laid off by Rashford back to Pogba. Pogba carrying it, playing it through to Fernandes, getting it back and working it wide. Short ball towards Tellez, who never had a chance of getting to that, and it's smashed away into the stands. Might have come off Tellez anyway for a Granada throw. Defender who got there was the right back Victor Diaz, the captain. And Diaz will look to throw this one in. Goes back to Vallejo. Vallejo moves it forward, looking for Kenedy on the half turn. Wan-Bissaka stuck to him like glue, knocks it away towards Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes down the line, finds Greenwood, who keeps it in and now moves towards Vallejo. He's got Fernandes on the outside. Fernandes ball into the near post, is cut out by Vallejo, and it goes behind for a Manchester United corner. It looks like Edinson Cavani is going to come on shortly for the final 25 plus minutes. He's getting his final instructions from the United bench. So this might be the plan change to remove Marcus Rashford after the hour mark. We've got an hour of football at the weekend, Rashford, before being taken off, and I think United are carefully managing his minutes as the corner comes in. It goes over everybody's head and comes back out toward Tellez on the left-hand side. Now Greenwood puts the ball in the box, headed away by Vallejo again, and then flicked on towards the far post by McTominay. It might come the way of Fernandes, who lifts a high ball into the back post. Keeper comes and keeper catches Rui Silva over one of his defenders, and Paul Pogba makes a good claim. So we're going to see Edinson Cavani on shortly. It has to be for Marcus Rashford, really, doesn't it? I think the way that he pulled out of England duty during the last international break and only got an hour against Brighton means United are carefully watching how much action he gets. But he's made his impact in this game like he did at the weekend as well with a goal. And he might get another chance here as James picks it up in the penalty area. Over on the left-hand side, goes to Rashford. He's surrounded by 3 or 4 shirts, tries a little pirouette in a tight area, and then there's a foul by United and a free kick awarded to Granada. It was Rashford on Gonalons, actually. Gonalons stays down, and Rashford could be in receipt of a yellow card for this as well, as the referee comes across to talk to him. I think he might be okay, but this is going to be the substitution now. Cavani ready to come on. And he replaces Marcus Rashford on 65 minutes. So the Uruguayan goes straight up front, adjusting his headband. Good night's work for Rashford, got the goal. And his team lead 1-0 when he went off. Granada head it forward. Maguire meets it firmly. It's volleyed on by James, headed back by Hernan. Flicked on, but won't reach Soldado, but he might get it back here. And he goes for a shot from a long way out, trying to catch De Gea off his line, but De Gea was not in any trouble at all, and it goes into the stands. Nice idea from Roberto Soldado, former Valencia striker, and Tottenham Hotspur, of course, where English fans will remember him from. Good first-time layoff from Cavani, but McTominay loses out. Now Kenedy charges forward to the edge of the penalty area. He goes for goal, straight at De Gea again with that traction engine of a left foot. Plenty of power. Again, not the direction to beat De Gea from the edge of the box. Likes to give it some welly, doesn't he, Kenedy? But De Gea has been equal to all the efforts so far tonight from him. Of course, Dean Henderson's been getting the starts in the Premier League recently. But Henderson on the bench tonight as De Gea comes back in for this Europa League tie. See if that's the pattern going forward now for United towards the end of the season. They seem to have kind of swapped roles, don't they? Whereas Henderson was the cup keeper before. Now he's getting the chances in the league, having deputised quite well actually for De Gea during his paternity leave. Midpoint of the second half, it's still Granada 0, Manchester United 1. Marcus Rashford on 31 minutes the goal. Tellez wins a header, knocks it into the feet of James, who takes it down towards the left-hand side. Poor ball infield, though. Picked up by Gonalons. Down the line, finding Puertas. Puertas coming away from Maguire. Goes back into midfield. Herrera pressurised by Pogba, who brings it down. Free kick, Granada, which they want to take quickly and move across the park. And the referee allows them to do so. They have it with their left-back, Carlos Neva. They go back now to Vallejo and Hernan. Gonalons spots Victor Diaz in space down the right. He just checks back and finds Herrera. Back to Diaz. Poor ball back to Herrera. Had no chance of keeping that one in. And it's going to be a United throw. And they just look like, I don't know, maybe they've kind of run out of gas or run out of ideas at the moment, Granada. Maybe in need of a change to just pep things up. There are 1 or 2 difference makers on the bench. I think Machis is a player that has been highly touted as someone who could come on and really cause United problems from a wing area. Oh, nice layoff by Cavani, but Fernandes tripped over his own boots as he tried to take it on there, and it goes out off him for a Granada throw now. Tripped over his own laces, I think, there, the Portuguese. As Granada go back to Vallejo in central defence. And he sends a long ball out towards the right. Flicked on by Herrera, but Puerta couldn't get it. And it's another United throw. Still Arsenal 0, Slavia Prague 0 at the Emirates Stadium in the first leg of that quarter-final. Tellez takes a risky throw-in, which is seized upon by the Granada midfield, and they go into the box. Cross goes into the far post. Nobody on the end of it for Granada, but what was Alex Tellez doing with that very lazy throw-in? Kenedy knocks it back to the edge of the box. Never takes a touch and crosses in towards the penalty spot. It's held up, and a shot goes over the bar from a falling Yangel Herrera. Again, he's everywhere, but on this occasion he took a big swing with his left foot and it went high over the bar. Angel Herrera. Certainly a player to keep an eye on. There's some talk that Manchester City might look to get him in their squad for next season. He'll have played virtually 2 full seasons in La Liga, and so in terms of the work permit issues, then they'll be with a fair shout of getting that rubber stamped. He is a full international for Venezuela as well. I'm not sure what their ranking and how many points they get for that is. The giveaway here by United. Granada carry it forward. Chance here for Granada on the left-hand side. Cross goes in, it's deflected, and just behind. Lindelof did really well. There was a chance there, though. It was given away by United sloppily by Greenwood. And as the ball was played by Herrera out to the Granada winger. On this, it was never actually the fullback who got forward. The cross was deflected off Lindelof's knee and behind for a corner. 20 minutes to go. Still a threat then from the home side. As Montoro gets ready to take the corner. Lots of red shirts in the box. They take it short to the corner of the box. Goes back to Montoro for a different angle. Goes in and it's headed away by Wan-Bissaka. And now Greenwood knocks it into midfield, but straight to Herrera. Given away back to Greenwood. United can break over the top here if they can play it right. Greenwood took it into traffic. Now McTominay knocks it behind Cavani and he can't keep it in. So a bit sloppy there from both teams in transition. And in the end it results in a throw into Granada on the halfway line. "20 minutes to go. Victor Diaz with the ball in his hand, ready to throw it in. Looks down the line. Maguire fouls Soldado and Granada have a free kick. And the referee's yellow carded Harry Maguire now. And he's not too happy about that, but I think he did hold Soldado. And he's now also out of the next match. So that's United with 3 defenders, I think, out of the next game. 2 defenders in the midfield, McTominay, Maguire and Shaw. Maguire saying that was his first foul. But he did kind of hold Soldado. So it is a free kick to Granada. Over on the right-hand side. Left-footed free kick take here is going to be Kenedy, who sends this one in towards the 6-yard box, headed away by United. And Maguire. Herrera with the loose ball pickup, knocks it back into the Granada half. Vallejo clubs it forward. Heads go up, it's dropped on the edge of the box, picked up by Greenwood. And Greenwood knocks it away towards Cavani. Cavani's had time to pick up the ball now. There's a chance for a counter-attack. He plays it over the top here for the onrushing Greenwood. Kenedy trying to get back at him. Greenwood taking it to the corner flag. Good challenge by the Brazilian. Did well in that one-on-one. Comes away with the ball and knocks it into midfield. Which given away again by Granada. Only as far as Maguire. Now Pogba. Time to turn. He got caught from behind. Wanted a free kick. Didn't come his way. Granada have it now. Kenedy chipping it over the top. Maguire dealing with it. Falling to McTominay. McTominay holds it nicely away from the Granada forwards. And plays it to Alex Tellez. United with Pogba now. Forward to James on the half turn. Down the left-hand side. Driving away from defenders. Looking up for support. Tries to put a cross into the far post. Not a bad ball over Cavani's head though. And it goes out on the far side for a throw-in. Well, he got his head up there, Daniel James. I don't think his cross was that bad. Perhaps got a bit too much underneath it, but on the run, looking up there with your left foot, it's a decent ball in. United just didn't have the numbers forward to take advantage, really. They're going to make another change now with Nemanja Matic about to come on. As it is Paul Pogba who goes off. So I think that's probably wise. Pogba's, like I say, played a lot of football recently. Reached the final 18 minutes of this one. And he will be needed for the Tottenham game of the weekend, Paul Pogba, so he goes off. He was on a yellow card as well from the 7th minute. That might have been part of the Solskjaer thinking there. As it's kicked away by Granada. Up to the halfway line. And I think they've won a free kick there. No, it's going to be a throw-in. They've made about 30 yards of ground to the halfway line. They're going to make a double change themselves, actually, the home side. Sending on Darwin Machis and Dimitri Foulquier is coming on as well, the Frenchman. And going off Just waiting for confirmation here. Well, Kenedy's one of the players going off. He'll be replaced by Machis. And I think Fourquier is probably on in one of the fullback positions, which I'll confirm shortly. But Kenedy is one of the players to be replaced. Yeah, looks like Fourquier's come on for Carlos Neva. Ball forward by Granada, headed away by Alex Telles. Lindelof clears his lines and puts it out for a throw-in. So again, more pressure from Granada, resulting in about 30 or 40 yards gained. So they're just playing a bit of a territory game at the moment. And they're gaining. Fourquier now at left back, preparing to take the throw in, level with the edge of the United box. Has Herrera coming close to him. Instead he goes down the line, where it's held up, back to Fourquier. Tries to get to the byline for a cross, and he's not got that in. It's going to be a goal kick. Goal kick which David De Gea is preparing to take. He's got 2 balls actually, so he doesn't need one of those. Now Maguire receives the short one, carries it forward, finds Lindelof. McTominay to Matic in midfield. Matic looking for Fernandes, gets it back from the Portuguese. McTominay to Lindelof. United have space on the left here if they try and work it that way with Telles. He receives it, closed down quickly by Puertas. So knocks it back to Maguire. Now McTominay does well, turns away from Herrera, keeps the ball, was fouled anyway, and wins a free kick. Into the final 15 minutes of this one. Greenwood sends it back towards Matic. And now McTominay. Maguire slides one out towards the left back Telles, who goes with an early cross, curls one in towards the goal. It's just beyond Cavani and goes out the other side for a goal kick. So Ajax 1, Roma 1, Arsenal 0, Slavia Prague 0, and Dinamo Zagreb 0, Villarreal 1, the other scores. United have led 1-0 since the 31st minute when Marcus Rashford nipped in with a very fine finish to score. And goal kick taken here by Rui Silva, headed on by Herrera towards Soldado. Herrera gets the return ball, tries to poke it through, smacked away by Telles into midfield, then played forward again to the right. Too much on that one, Puertas can't gather, and it's going to be a throw-in close to the corner flag. But again, they're trying to keep United pinned back in defence with those forward passes. So throw-in to be taken by Telles. His last throw-in was not memorable. Well, it was actually, because it was a poor one. He goes long down the line this time. It's headed back by Gonalons. Now Fernandes plays it back to Lindelof, and United have worked it out of that tight area over to space on the right. Greenwood is splitting out to the right now, gets it from Wan-Bissaka, plays it back to the ex-Crystal Palace man, now with McTominay. Square cross to Maguire, into the feet of Daniel James, playing in sort of three-quarter position. Back from Matic again to Maguire. Now Lindelof and Maguire passing between themselves, only one up. A bit of space, crossing the halfway line. He's looking for Greenwood, he's looking for Wan-Bissaka out to the right, and that's where it goes. Cavani makes a run for him. It's gone back to McTominay, and now Matic. United just trying to keep ball at the moment, I think, as Wan-Bissaka plays it out to the right for Cavani. He should be in the box though, really, shouldn't he? The centre forward. Greenwood back to Cavani. Again, he's still tight to the touchline. Plays it back to Matic. And now the cross goes out to crossfield switch, goes out to Telles. Quickly into Daniel James's feet. James holding it up with pressure from Victor Diaz. Goes back to his defender Maguire. United keeping the ball quite successfully now. Go back towards the right hand side with McTominay. Matic, short ball to Cavani. Cavani chips it into the box looking for Bruno Fernandes. Defender back pedaling, heads it away. Hernan gets it clear. And then it's booted away by Granada up towards Soldado. Tries to hold it up on the halfway line. Goes down under a challenge from Lindelof. It's a free kick. Just a free kick. Lindelof not receiving a yellow card for that foul challenge on Soldado right on the halfway line. Bit of a tangle of legs. There was some intent there to win the ball, but he was shielding it really well, Soldado, with his body. So it's a free kick to Granada with just over 10 minutes to go. And Soldado, the danger man for Granada, receives a handshake from Victor Lindelof. No hard feelings there. They play a free kick, looking for Soldado to get in behind. Didn't quite have the pace to get there. And the ball goes straight through and behind for a goal kick. He's 35, but he's still got that sort of first few yards in his head, and he's still got a bit of ability to run in behind when he times his runs. On that occasion he didn't. He was offside as well. Maguire jogs it forward and plays it into Matic's feet. Now with Lindelof. Lindelof boots one over the top, trying to stretch the Granada defence. Knocked away by Victor Diaz. Headed forward by Telles. Should drop towards Hernan, who knocks it away again. Then Greenwood gets a touch. Can't control it. It's played away by Granada. Out towards Herrera, who loses out. Matic now loose ball in midfield. Doesn't find his intended target. It's dragged forward here by one of the substitutes, who goes for a shot, takes a deflection, and wins Granada a corner. That was Darwin Machis who hit that shot, left-footed from the edge of the box after scurrying forward after the poor pass from Matic gave Wan-Bissaka no chance. So it's a corner to Granada. They're 10th of the match. They've got to make one count, haven't they? Is it to be this one? And they've got a new corner taker to take it as well. Machis, the substitute, one arm raised. He's going to send this one in right-footed, high towards the back post, and it's headed back towards goal, but United have bodies there. One of them is Wan-Bissaka. He blocks the next cross that comes off the defender Diaz, and it goes out for a throw-in to Granada. So Diaz crossed it off Wan-Bissaka for a Granada throw. And Diaz, I think, is going to try and throw this one long into the box, try and keep the pressure on. Diaz ready to sling it in, and it's headed away by Maguire. Might drop on the edge to Gonalons, who's on his left foot, pulls a trigger, takes a deflection, stabbed away by United. Cavani, nice turn from the Uruguayan, plays it over to the right-hand side here for the charging Bruno Fernandes. He's got support from James. He's got Greenwood close by him as well. Looks for Greenwood on the edge of the box, asked too much of him, and the defenders close ranks. Poor ball from Bruno Fernandes there on the counter, and Granada survive. And now they'll try and stretch United at the other end. Telles goes into a challenge, can't get it. And they've outnumbered United on the right-hand side briefly before Matic shut the door. And then Matic blocks a pass, and it falls to James. And again, it's like a basketball match, this end-to-end, as James moves it towards the Granada penalty area. Onto his right foot, he's going to pull a trigger. Plays it out towards Bruno Fernandes. Chance here for 2-0. Oh, what a save from the keeper. And it's cleared off the line. Bruno Fernandes should score. Brilliant play from Daniel James. Fernandes down in a heap in the penalty area. Play continues with James again. Fernandes back on side. James into the box again. Looks for the same move. Goes himself. Matic crosses. It just won't fall to a United player. And Granada should clear their lines. And they get a free kick on the edge of the box anyway. But United have missed two great chances there. Bruno Fernandes with the first. The second, I think, was... oh, he might have been offside, actually, to be fair. It might not have counted with VAR. Probably about to chalk that one off for Bruno Fernandes had he put it in. I think he was offside, but he missed anyway. Good save by Rui Silva. The second one was a good chance as well. Looks like Donny van der Beek is about to come on for the final few minutes of this match. Seems to be his role for United at the moment. As James has it again and wins a throw-in. What's the referee giving now? The referee's come across and given a yellow card to Nemanja Matic for what he felt was a foul in that last challenge with Puertas. Elbow, stray elbow maybe. I think that's what he's decided. Arsenal have taken the lead at home to Slavia Prague, 1-0 to the Gunners in that quarter with that all-important goal. So good night for the English clubs at the moment. Still a few minutes to go. Here's the change. Mason Greenwood is coming off, and Donny van der Beek is coming on for Manchester United. So You're going to Solskjaer rotating his strikers and forward players a little bit. Van de Beek on, and in quite a central area now, as Greenwood gets his refreshment. I think that's United's last change now. They can make 5. They've only made 3, but they made them at different times, haven't they? And that's all you can do. Final change coming here for Granada as well. It'll be their 4th. The United penalty area. High hanging one towards the back post. They win the first ball, or do they? It's come off a United head and gone behind for a Granada corner. Hernan was the player that was challenging, but it did come off a United player according to the referee.